try this again. Welcome back to the Samantha Show. I'm your host, Samantha. You can call me Sam. Just don't call me Sammy. Take 3. Oh my gosh, I cannot get this episode out, y'all. This has been a journey for me this evening. I'm feeling the pressure because we leave to go out of town tomorrow. This was my last chance to get an episode out. And I have the idea. I know what I want to talk to you guys about today. And I just like the words. Do you ever have those days you're like, my brain, the words are all mixed up in there and I can't articulate and get them out. But this is it. 3rd time's a charm. I know it. I believe it. I'm manifesting it because that's what we're talking about here today. We want to talk to you about manifesting. And I believe this take is going to be the take that lands and it works. I believe it in my heart, in my gut. That means it's going to be real. It's manifesting. That's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I had to ask ChatGPT. I mean, I know what manifesting is, but I wanted to see what my robot assistant had to say. So I was like, what define manifesting? So I can like kick my episode off with manifesting. Yes, I'm relying on AI to help me with these podcast episodes. If you're not using AI to your benefit, you should start. Okay, it's coming. It's here. Use it to your benefit. Don't let it take over you. You take over it. Use it. Okay, so manifesting, according to ChatGPT, manifesting is the practice of bringing something into your life through focused thought, visualization, and belief. The idea is that by concentrating on what you want and believing that you can achieve it, you can attract those desires into your reality. Okay. Manifesting, also known as the law of attraction, also known as the secret, all of the above. Visualize it, believe it, see it, achieve it. I've been manifesting a lot in my life. I've been manifesting using the law of attraction before I even realized it was a thing. It's all about mindset, folks. It's like, how often can she talk about mindset? Every day. I'll talk about mindset every day because that's how important mindset is when it comes to a fulfilling, glorious, positive, beautiful life. Mindset. That's what manifesting is. That's all it is. Allows you to set clear goals, to achieve those goals, to believe it, and to make it your reality. It's not magic, folks. I'm not here to tell you that manifesting has anything to do with magic. I think it's how you bring your energy into the day, into creating what it is that you want, into really putting it out there and letting it come to you. Because when you focus on something, your energy starts to go into it. Your life automatically starts to build around this thing that you want to achieve, and that's how you make it happen. So, really in practical terms, manifesting is just setting clear intentions, visualizing your goals, maintaining a positive mindset, which we know through scientific research makes a difference, and taking proactive steps toward achieving your desires. So it's really just about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with what you want to create in your life. And that's it. That's the whole episode. There you go. Have a great day. You deserve it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, manifesting is about that positive mindset. And the reason I want to talk about it is because I'm a big believer in it. And the first time I ever manifested, I said I didn't even realize what I was doing. And it was when I had my non-passing cycle bar audition. I have told this story so many times, but when I had my non-passing cycle bar audition, it was that same time that I had not passed. I had not even passed yet. I got that non-passing result that I decided and knew in my gut that I was going to be a master instructor one day. Before I even passed that second audition, I was like, I'm going to become a master instructor. Here we go. And what I did actually, when I got that non-passing result, I had kind of my emotional breakdown and stuff like that. But when I decided that I was going to go back, audition again, work my way up as high as I could go, what I did was I took my cell phone and I recorded myself. I made a video. I recorded myself reading the non-passing audition result because I wanted that footage when I became a master instructor so I could put a video together of me reading the non-passing audition results when I got it and then becoming a master instructor. Unfortunately, throughout that process, because it did take 2 years to achieve that goal, which is actually pretty fast in cycle bar world, but it did take 2 years. I got a new cell phone in that process and I lost that video, but that set the course. Right there, when I recorded that video, I had already believed that I was going to achieve it, which is why I wanted the footage of me reading my non-passing audition result. Before I even knew it, law of attraction, manifesting the secret, I was setting myself up for success to become a master instructor because I believed it so deeply that I was like, you know what? I need to record myself reading this non-passing result because there's going to be a day that I'm master instructor with CycleBar. And I believe the first step to manifesting is believing that you deserve what it is that you want. You can say that you want something, but if you have doubt that you really deserve it, or you don't really want it, or there's like any of that hesitation there, you have to kind of get rid of that hesitation. You have to believe that you're worthy of what it is that you want. And that comes down to your confidence and how you view yourself. I'm not saying that there's anything out there that anybody should feel like they're not deserving of, but we as humans just automatically doubt ourselves and believe that we maybe are not deserving, or it's like if your goal is to be the CEO of a company one day, let's say at your job you're like, one day I want to be the CEO, but you're not really sure that you have what it takes, or you start to question yourself and say things like, I don't have the master's degree, or I don't have the experience, so I don't, I want to be the CEO, but I don't know that I would be good at it. Okay. That's the wrong mindset. When it comes to manifesting and going and achieving what it is you want, you got to believe that you are worthy and you deserve it. And that comes back to that positive mindset, which I talk so much about. So let's talk a little bit about manifesting from a step-by-step standpoint here. I got my notes. Step number 1 to manifesting. Get your pen and paper out, okay? You're about to make all your dreams a reality, so get your pen and paper out. I'll wait. Just kidding. Okay, step number 1, set clear intentions. You have to be specific about what you want. Be really specific about what it is you want. Instead of something like, I want to be successful. Well, at what? What does success mean to you? What's going to make you feel successful? I want to become a well-known podcast host with a large engaged audience. That's way more specific. I even too have written down goals on how many listeners I want to have one day per episode. I have a number in my head. I wrote a number down, a very specific goal with that. So when you go to write down and write out what it is you want, write it out. I want a black Range Rover. Okay, black rims, black tinted windows. I have talked about this on social media so much. I know what that car looks like. Every time I see it, I'm like, there she is. One day, I'm going to have it. So being really specific, I want a nice car. Okay, what kind of nice car do you want? Let's spell it out. Write it out. So being really, really clear with your intentions, what it is that you want, what you're working towards. Step number 2, visualize. Look, picture yourself achieving what it is you want. I remember the second half of my CycleBar journey when I knew I was starting to get closer to becoming a master instructor. This is going to sound crazy, so please don't judge me in this. But I would picture and place myself in that moment of what it would feel like when I got a call from Tevia or K-Max or Donna or whoever was going to make the call to me and tell me that they were going to make me a master instructor. I could visualize and feel it so deeply that it would bring me to tears. And I know that's going to sound a little wild to some people. Same thing with winning Mrs. Ohio. I would sit at night, during the day, driving my car, and I would really try to see if I could feel the weight of the crown on my head. I know it sounds strange, but when you can visualize truly yourself, when you can put yourself so emotionally deep in that moment, it starts to become real to you. And when it becomes real to you, it starts to feel like it's actually obtainable. What's it going to look like when I walk out into the garage and I see my all black Range Rover sitting there? What's it going to feel like with my hand on the handlebar? What are the seats going to look like inside? What is the first song I'm going to listen to when I get that Range Rover? Okay. Visualizing, have fun. My favorite part of manifesting and visualization is the creative process of putting myself in the situation of what it really will feel like. And you can really, when you get really good at this, you can truly trigger the emotions, the joy, the positivity around receiving what it is that you want. And you get to experience that in the here and now. And that is like a really, I feel like, advanced way to evoke just this positive feeling and the good emotion. The joy that you're going to get when you actually receive what you want, you can create for yourself today. Ooh, I just dropped the mic on that one. The joy that you feel, that you're looking forward to, what it's going to feel like. What's it going to feel like when I get that Range Rover? What's it going to feel like when I become a master instructor? What's it going to feel like when I become Mrs. Ohio? Being able to create that feeling before it happens allows you to already enjoy it before you've even received it. And that's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about. It's that feeling. All we're chasing is a feeling. That's what life is. You're chasing a feeling. And you can create that feeling for yourself today. But the cool thing about that too, when you start to visualize and you start to create that feeling for yourself, it also then becomes real for you. And you're like, okay, I can make that happen. I do believe I can. I've seen myself in that. I know that I can do this. And then it starts to boost your confidence. It creates positive mindset. I'm about to get that tattooed somewhere on my body. Where should I get positive mindset tattooed? On my forehead so other people can see it? Just kidding. Positive mindset. So you have to really work on overcoming self-doubt. And that can come up a lot when you're working towards something. When there's something that you want and it's taking time, or you're facing setbacks, or you're not getting what it is that you want, it's so easy for that negative mindset, that doubt to creep in. And when it overtakes, that's when it becomes a problem and we're throwing off the mindset. Now, I'm not saying, I talked about this on just the last episode, I'm not saying we can't have moments of doubt, or, it's just natural, I feel like, to go through waves and have moments of doubt, negativity, but you can't let yourself stay there. Okay. You can't stay in that place if you really want to achieve something. You acknowledge it, you shine light on the doubt, because darkness cannot exist in the light, remember? And then you move past it and you come back, you visualize, you can flip it. Right? I've talked too about techniques about changing the negative mindset to make it positive. Come back to that positive mindset each and every day. Then you have to take action. Okay? She can't get a black Range Rover by laying on the couch every single day, right? She got to do something. You got to do something. Okay. My journey to becoming a master instructor. Yeah. I recorded that video on the non-passing audition, but then I knew I had to go back. I had to audition again. I had to work my tail off. I had to make sure the right people knew me. Like, I lay out all these steps and that it took for me to achieve my goal. I laid all of that out in that episode. If you quit when you're told no, you have to take action when it comes to manifesting. You still have to do stuff. Okay. Someone's not just going to drive up and put a Range Rover in my driveway. I hope they do. I hope somebody listening to this does. You got to go do something, right? So like for me, if it's like, okay, well, I can't afford one, then I should probably start thinking about how I can make more money, right? But if I'm focusing on that every day, what I will do is I will start to put my attention into that, and I will start to focus on that and how I can make that a reality. Same way with my auditioning to become a cycle bar instructor, to be a master instructor. I started to take the steps. What do I need to do to become a master instructor? Same thing with wanting to win Mrs. Ohio. What is it going to feel like? What can I do? I need to walk every single day. I need to work on interview questions. I did mock interviews all the time. So many people mock interviewed me, 15, 20 people. I had random mock interview me. Like, I set myself up. I was taking action. Action was being taken. It wasn't like I was just sitting there being like, I hope I win Mrs. Ohio, but I'm not going to practice or do anything or prepare or feel really good. I wanted to believe it going into the weekend that I could do it. And the only way to believe it was to visualize it, take action, prepare, and be ready to do that. So you have to actually take action. And then here, I've said it, patience, because you can't put a timeline on manifest. You put a timeline, you might be set up for disappointment, right? It takes time to achieve many of these things, right? So, I wanted to be a senior master instructor. I wanted to be a master instructor. I became a master instructor in 2 years. It took 3 more years for me to become a senior master instructor after that. So 5 years from when I recorded that video. That's how long it took for me to actually make that a reality. So, these goals that we want to achieve, the things we want to manifest, patience and perseverance, baby. Patience and perseverance. You got to keep working towards it. You got to keep going. You cannot give up. You got to overcome the doubt. You got to live in the positive mindset. But I want to come back to an earlier point here. The one thing that I think is great, which I had said, is that you can experience a lot of the positive feelings and the positive emotions that you're going to experience when you get what you want by visualizing and feeling yourself in that moment today. Then you get to already kind of enjoy it. And I've shared that. I shared that with a lot of people during my pageant experience. It was, I kind of feel like I've already won because I feel like in my gut, I'm going to win one day. And I had said this to somebody. I said, I don't know that I'm going to win this year. Like, I can't guarantee that. I can't put a timeline on it. I can't say for sure this year is going to be my year, but I do know at some point I'm going to be Mrs. Ohio. Like, I just knew that because I also knew I was going to go until I was. So like it just, and like knowing that meant that I get to already kind of be excited for that. Not even kind of, like I was excited. I was like, one day I'm going to be Mrs. Ohio. Like that is just going to be a fact because if it's not this year, I'm going to do it the next year. If it's not the next year, I'm going to do it again because I believe that I deserve it. I can visualize it. I can feel it. And I'm just going to do it until I get it. And that was just like an exciting feeling for me. It was like this, I'm on this course. I'm on this path now and I'm going to make it my reality. So, but you have to be patient and you have to persevere. There's a big section. If you have not listened to my episode, If You Quit When You're Told No, please listen to it. It's my favorite episode that I've ever recorded because it really lays out all of these steps on how you make your dreams a reality, the goals. And patience is the biggest lesson there in the end. And it's consistent when it comes to manifesting and going after what it is that you want. Some other really cool things that you can do around manifesting positive mindset, good vibes. So daily affirmations. I already told you last week. You want me to remind you? What are your daily affirmations? Give yourself 3. Just give yourself 3. Maybe you hang them by your mirror in the bathroom, like I said. Maybe you put them on the coffee pot, like I do. Give yourself some positive affirmations that you can say to yourself every single day or any time that you need them. Powerful too. Make them powerful. Make them strong. Use them when you have doubt or you start to feel those negative emotions. Visualize. So let's do it. Let's do a thing. Let's do like a visualization together. Do you want to? Okay. Let's do it. I've never like guided anybody through meditation or anything. Maybe this is the beginning of something new for me. Maybe she's going to do guided visualization meditations. I don't know. Okay, let's just take a moment. I want you to close your eyes. Keep them kind of soft. Maybe here, I don't have Tamara Levitt's voice from the Calm app. If you have the Calm app, you know who she is. She's great. But I want you to picture what it is you want. Like, don't shy away. Like, what do you truly, truly deeply want? And I want you to put yourself in a space, whatever room you want to be in, whatever, is it on the beach, like anywhere that puts you in a space that allows you to receive what it is you want. Where are you going to be when you get it? What's going to be around you when you get it? Are there a lot of people? Is there nobody? Is it a phone call? And then like for me, when I was visualizing winning Mrs. Ohio, I would feel the weight of the crown on my head. I want you to feel something. Is there going to be something in your hand? Are there car keys in your hand? Is there a crown on your head? Is there a phone call you're receiving? Really, truly see if you can feel the weight of the objects in your space. Are you sitting? Are you standing? And then what's it going to feel like when you receive it? How much joy are you going to feel? Would you cry happy tears? Would you laugh? Would you hug someone? What do you think the first thing out of your mouth would be? What's the first thing that you would say if you received what it is that you truly, truly want? Hold on to that feeling. Would you feel it wash over you? Would you feel it from your head down to your toes? Would you jump up and down? What would it feel like to get that thing? And sit with that feeling. Create that. Sit with it. Anytime you want. I got more things I'm working toward. Things I visualize. Feelings, what it's going to be like. So you can do this anytime you want. Take yourself there. It's not silly. Do it every single day. Maybe it's the first thing you do when you wake up and it's the last thing you do before bed, is you allow yourself to feel what it's going to feel like, what it's going to look like, where you're going to be, all these beautiful details. Like allow yourself to really get lost in that. And then you really need to practice gratitude. Because positive things happen when we're living a positive life and we're living in gratitude. That's when your flow comes. When you can learn to appreciate every single day, you're going to see more positive things show up in your life. If you are living in a negative headspace, nothing goes right. Nothing goes my way all the time. That I kind of get on Joe about this, right? It can be really negative sometimes. Then things don't go right. Yeah. The crowd is going to be annoying. Yeah, it is going to be hot. Like all these like negative things. I'm thinking about the things Joe complains about. But when you live in a place of gratitude and feeling grateful, good things happen because we're just living in a headspace that is more clear, that is positive, that is uplifting. You see the beauty and the value in the world because you have so much to be thankful for. So please practice gratitude. As you work on your journey to go achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, practice gratitude. That's going to help you with patience when you can be grateful for what you have today. So right now, I want you to think of one thing that you truly, truly are super grateful for. Got it? Good. All right. Well, I know what I'm thankful for. I am thankful that somehow people keep tuning into this podcast. And as long as people continue to tune in, I'm going to continue to put episodes out. So I am grateful for you and making it through this episode. And I knew I was going to. I believed it. I said third time's a charm. I'm going to get it this time. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Go manifest all your dreams. Make them a reality. You deserve it.